Rolling with the triple C, I'ma make him bend the knee. Rolling with the triple C, don't really count the heat.
So what's next for Max Holloway? Guys, Max Holloway has been looking better and better and better. From when I saw his fight with Arnold, where he was kicking, using his distance, not necessarily just using hands, to watching him literally start to develop. I mean, it's been, I want to say since 2018 that Max Holloway actually stopped somebody, but he was able to do that against the Korean Zombie. I mean, it's a position where it's literally 1 and 2. Do you want to give Max Holloway Ilia Topuria? Do you want to do that? Like, it's almost like the UFC's in a position where literally anybody that's coming up that fights Max Holloway, they just hit a dead end. But the problem is, though, too, is Max Holloway with Alexander Volkanovski is also hitting that dead end. Were the fights close? The last fight? No. I thought Volkanovski did a really good job of controlling. But the two prior to that, you can almost say that Max Holloway maybe won the second fight. I remember watching them but then I rewatched it and I felt like Volkanovski slightly won it, but still, when you have question marks like that, and you guys, there's another thing that you guys have to understand too, is the UFC isn't boxing. I mean, look, we have Brandon Moreno versus Davidson Figueroa. Look, we have Israel Adesanya, who was 0-3 against Potan to be able to get another title fight. Like, that's kind of what I love about the UFC is the fact that, one, it's mixed martial arts, but then two, it's the entertainment thing. Do you really deserve that rematch? And I think, the UFC's in a position where, I don't think they want to do the fight with Max Holloway. Not yet. I think they want to, with Volkanovski and Holloway. But I think what they really want to do is allow Volkanovski after this fight to maybe eventually go up. If he doesn't want to go up already, his next fight could be at 155 pounds. But for 145 pounds, I would not give Max Holloway Ilia Topuria. I just wouldn't. Is it a dangerous fight for both? Yes. But you can't just kill the whole storyline because Holloway is getting the job done. And I do believe that for a guy like Alexander Volkanovski, Ilia Topuria is next. I'm just trying to think, where is it that the position that Max Holloway's in? I mean, he's in a position where he can start doing where he can start doing super fights. Let me run it back with Dustin Poirier. You know what? Let me fight a Justin Gaethje. Who wouldn't want to see Max Holloway go up and literally fight the BMF and Justin Gaethje? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fun fights for Max. Like right now, it's almost like he's almost tapped out at 145 pounds. But if I'm in his position until Volkanovski is literally ready to fight you, I will go up. I will go up and I would actually enjoy more of the fight game, enjoy that stuff, and then eventually start to climb back down if Volkanovski doesn't win the belt at 155 pounds. Then it's like, all right, man, we give him Max Holloway again. But I think that's the position where Max is. It's he's in a position where he needs to start super fights. He needs to do it because it's getting stale. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be honest with you, man. Nobody really watched that Korean Zombie fight with him. Like, I just didn't see any buzz with that. You need new blood. And if I'm in Max Holloway's position, I will look at 155 pounds, and I would pick on one of the top 10. If anything, maybe if he's ballsy enough, I would even pick on one of the top 5s. You're tall, you're strong. You've been able to be in there with the interim champ and have a close fight against Dustin Poirier. I do believe you got the skills, and I do believe you're well-rounded. But I do believe that 145 pounds, it's at a stalemate, and it might be at a stalemate for you for a very long time. That is, unless you start creating super fights. What you got for me, Matthew?
So say Max Holloway goes up to 155 pounds, wins his first fight versus a Gaethje or a Poirier, and Alex Volkanovski were to take on Islam and beat him Do you think that would create a fourth fight between Volk and Max Holloway at 155?
Yeah, but that's all in theory. Can he do that? Will he do that? Because you have to keep in mind though that Justin Gaethje is next to fight for the title. So Justin Gaethje, this man wants to be a world champion so bad. I know, knowing him personally, I don't think he'll fight a Holloway. But if I was in Max Holloway's shoes, I would probably go after a Beneil Dariush. I would go after one of those guys in the top 5 to be able, like he could potentially be 2 fights away from fighting for the title because he's so beloved. You know, like there's not a lot of people like Max Holloway that are just beloved by everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of fighters wish they were more like Max Holloway with being kind of like the people's champ. You know, I was prone to be the heel because it was just, you know what I mean? I'm like, because I am a cornball, but it's also worked for me too. So I think everybody has their own spin, their own angle. But how is that you can use that spin and that angle to get you closer to a title fight at 155 pounds? So I'm looking at 155 pounds. I'd be like, hey, you know what? Let me run it back with Dustin. It was a close fight. I think Dustin's looking for somebody to dance with. Let me fight him. Or let me fight Beneil Dariush. Or let me get a good striker that maybe his gas tank isn't all that, but he's a great striker. Let me pick on one of these guys. You win that fight. You crack into the top 10. You win one more. And guys, Max Holloway could be fighting for a title.
And one more. Do you think if Conor McGregor were to beat Michael Chandler, he would entertain a Max Holloway rematch?
Yeah. That's I think the McGregor it ain't out the picture either. I think obviously I do know that Conor's gonna have to fight Michael Chandler, but I don't know, man. I think Conor already has his thing set. I mean, I think the only reason why Conor would fight him just to fight him. But I think that the role for Conor is he's gonna fight Chandler, then he wants to fight Gaethje. And then he wants the belt, or he wants to fight for the belt. But I'm just not sure Michael Chandler would even get past a guy. I'm sorry, Conor McGregor wouldn't get past a guy like Michael Chandler. So I don't think that fight's even going to exist for a guy like Max Holloway. But now, if Max Holloway wins the belt, 100%, he can run it back with McGregor.